Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. Today I'm in Kojonup. I'm going to show you around here. This is sort of on the way down to Mount Barker. We've been to Mount Barker before. Kataning's just up the road. Noangarup. It's in that same sort of area as all those little towns. Lot to show you today, but for now, let's roll that intro. And this is where I'm staying, guys. Kojonup Caravan Park, beautiful. Owners, such friendly people. I'm staying in this little chalet here. I'm going to show you the camp kitchen. It's just amazing. And look at this camp kitchen, guys. Set up for anyone to use. Look at these tables. Worth more than all my furniture put together, I think. Just amazing. Books in the corner, fridge, stove. Got the wood fire here because it does get a bit chilly here in winter. Heaps of wood. Incredible. Oh, TV and everything for the backpackers here in tents. Can you hear all the birds, guys? That's what I was woken up to this morning. What an alarm clock.
Come and stay at the Kojonup Caravan Park.
And here we are at the visitor centre. There's a few things here like a rose maze and things, but we'll go and have a look at that in a minute. For now, let's go in and plan our day. Now, I'm a little early for the visitor centre. Didn't seem to think they open at 10 o'clock. It's 10:02 now. But if you're ever here when they're not open, which is very rare, I think it's only Christmas Day they're shut. There's all the information of the area here. There's maps telling you all the stuff you can see. Quite an in-depth one, actually.
Come and visit Kojonup!
And this is the Cordial Rose Maze. There's 2,000 roses in here, pergolas and things. And it tells the story of the lives of 3 local women. And the 3 women whose stories it tells are from the Noongar perspective, the English perspective, and the Italian migrant perspective. And as you wander through, there's all these little placards telling a little bit more of what their lives would have been like. And inside the visitor centre, guys, they've got this amazing Aboriginal Artefacts museum. Let's go around and have a bit of a look. And it's not just Aboriginal stuff, it's things from the whole area. Here we get into a shearing section. There's so much at the visitor centre, memorials and things for all sorts of people. But if you look at these little emu prints on the ground here, they sort of do a lap around and they'll take you to all the different attractions.
We love visiting Kojonup.
And this is the old Kojonup train station. Again, one of the old cranes seem to be everywhere. I think the one we saw in Lake Grace, I made a big deal of it, but since then we've seen heaps of them. This, I'm guessing, is a 24-hour park bay, and there's more stuff up in the park up there, but I'll go and show you that now. And as I've told you many times, Australia was born on the sheep's back. Wool and gold is what made us what we are. And this is a bit of a memorial to that. The wool bales on the back of the wooden cart. Now the parking here, you do need a permit, so not too many people are staying here. You get the permit at the visitor centre, which is pretty much straight across the road where I just was. There is a dump point, but it's self-contained, vehicles only as usual. Oh, what a beautiful day. After all the rain and everything in the Stirlings, this is a lovely change. This is the Hillman Park sundial, guys. There's a whole table here to tell you how to correct the times during the year, but I think it's been vandalised. I think the main parts that cause the shadow have been ripped off, which is a bit sad, but yeah, there's parts missing and there's no real shadows. It's really anyway, bit sad. Oh, and talking about another thing that's a bit sad, I just asked a guy, oh, do you want to be in the video? And he said, no, bloody tourists, we shouldn't have tourists here, this would be a laid back country town if we had no tourists. And he's right, but everywhere needs I've said this before, everywhere needs an industry, and as far as industry goes, it's better than logging, cutting down trees. Tourism's the lesser of many, many evils. These beautiful old buildings, the old Memorial Hall, 1926. They're doing a bit of work here, doing it up, so by the time you get here, guys, there'll be gardens, maybe a little picnic area, I think. Look at this, guys, just beautiful. And remembering, we're just in the beginning of winter, so those little tinges of green up there, that'll be bright, bright green in another month. But right here's the local art gallery, the Gallery Aura. Let's go in and have a look. Guys, I'm really surprised. I wasn't expecting this. Really well worth stopping in, guys. The Gallery Aura. Well, I just took a wrong turn and found this. I've got no information on it at all, but if you see in the background there, that's the newer church. That was built in 1958, so I'm guessing this was the original church. Beautiful old building. And across the road, this kids looks like a kindergarten and toy library. What a beautiful, beautiful old building. Yeah, this is the old post office. It's now the Historical Society headquarters. It is Easter Monday still, so they're shut, but 1897 this was built, so that's the toy library and things I was showing you there. That's probably around the same era. This is the old springs, the historical springs. You can see there's a bit of a dam wall been put up at the bottom, and the army barracks is just here, which I'll show you in a minute. So this would have been their principal source of water. Just the other side of the springs from where I was, they've got barbecues. Really quite relaxing. Young girl here eating a pizza that won't be on film. Now this is called Elvin Cottage because it was bought by the Elvin family in the 1880s, but it was built in 1854 and it was the original home for the pensioner guards. Now the pensioner guards were soldiers who escorted convicts from England to Australia, and in return for being prison guards for the trip, they were given a small plot of land, and those plots were recorded with the prefix P. You can still, I think in records, you can still find the P for prefix. And there were 6 farms granted in this area to the pensioner guards. Another historical fact about this one, I believe this is only 1 or 2 pensioner guard cottages left. The other one in Western Australia, the other one is in Bayswater near where I live. Just think, this was built nearly 200 years ago. Now this is the Kojonup military barracks. It's back at the springs. I've come back here because I've found out since I was given a bit of wrong information, not on purpose, just by mistake. This was built in 1845, and when the Elvin family took over the pensioner guards cottage in the 1880s, the pensioner guards moved in here. And they were here for a long, long time, and it was used for Kojunup's first school. It was a local church. It used for local dances. It's been a private dwelling. It's had so many different uses, this beautiful old cottage. And look at it, guys. This could be, if you look at this brickwork, and this stonework, sorry, but you can see it's been renovated, all the mortar and everything, but look at this stonework, guys. This could have been built last week. Just amazing. Yeah. On the way out to the Myrtle Flora and Fauna Reserve, where I'm heading now, you'll find the local cemetery. And this is the Myrtle Flora and Fauna Reserve. There's boards here showing you all the animals and birds and plants that you're likely to see here. They've done an amazing job here, guys, but I will say it's highly illegal to pick flowers here. It's highly illegal to collect any firewood, so please take nothing but photos and leave nothing but footprints. Yeah, right next to the Pensioner Cottage is the Historical Society Horsepower and Harness display. Again, guys, it's Easter Monday, so it's shut, but you can still, there's plenty of stuff out here. And now the Elvin family that bought the Pensioner Cottage, they were granted a liquor licence in 1868, built this gorgeous old pub. Let's go and have a look inside. So guys, David the publican, you just saw pulling a beer there. He was telling me that the soldiers at the military barracks, they used to brew their own beer, so the government gave the Elvin family the licence to stop the soldiers doing that. And the pub was here originally built in 1868, but it burnt down in 1892. This building was built in 1892, but they didn't stop, while they were building this one, they didn't stop serving beer. So yes, there's been beer served here. It's the longest running licensed premises in Western Australia. And guys, David was telling me he's finding it really hard to get bar staff, so if you're here on holidays, stop in at the Commercial Hotel in Kojonup. I'm sure he'll have work for you. And now I'm back at the Springs because I wanted to tell you another story that Dave just told me. When all the settlers first arrived here, they'd all camp here because they had the protection of the army in the army barracks there, but they also had plenty of water. And this caused a lot of contention with the local Aboriginals because the water source was their main hunting ground. This is where all the kangaroos and emus came, and with all these white fellas camped at the springs, their main source of protein wasn't available.
I would like to welcome everyone to Kojonup. It's a nice little place and it's very, very good to bring up your family in this town.
And for you guys into fitness, just next to the high school, there's the little outdoor gymnasium. This guy's just beautiful.
We're just on our way back from Denmark, stopping in Kojonup, and need a little bit of fresh air and a breather. So we decided to stop here. It's a beautiful walk, a lot of she oaks, and yeah, lovely spot.
And now I'm a few k's west of Kojonup. This is the Farah Reserve. It's another nature reserve. If you remember in the Katanning video, I told you how Kojonup in the early 1800s or the mid 1800s was the kind of the central town for the area, but then when the York to Albany Railway went through Katanning, Katanning took over that mantle as being the most important town. As with most of the towns down here, the railway did eventually get to Kojonup, and this here's the old railway dam for the steam engines. Now it's just a beautiful, beautiful relaxing spot. I can see ducks on there. And that was another amazing day, guys. And believe me, I've only shown you a tiny bit of Kojonup. Everywhere I went today, there was about 1 million tourists. Easter Monday, not the best time to be doing videos. Everyone on their way home to Perth after the long weekend. But anyway, it was a great time anyway. And if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit that mad dog icon up there or the subscribe button down below. May as well hit the bell icon while you're down there. I always try and respond to your comments, so leave a comment, give me a big thumbs up, share this video everywhere you can, and we'll see you in the next one.